We have another one here that's called Joshua. It's Joshua Smith. Joshua's right here. Give it up for Joshua. Josh, you're going to get between 5 to any minutes you like because there's only a few of us for now.
Okay.
So you're going to use this mic.
Okay.
And you're good to go. Give it up for Josh.
Can you hear me? Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So, what was I going to start with? Well, my girlfriend, she's out of town right now, but she offered me the best thing I've ever been able to shop for someone. She said she's going to have her breasts done, and she said I could go online and start shopping for different breasts just for her. And I said, "Are you kidding me? You want me to look at as many as you want?" As I can, and she said, yes, please. And so I thought, this is the best thing since I was like a kid and I got to go to a toy store to pick out whatever I wanted. Except now, just like then, I had a promise to not let the dog chew on them or leave them under the bed or in a park. But has anyone here had tried Kaiser insurance? Anyone? No? Yep. I've had it. They don't have it anymore. It sucks as far as I'm concerned, especially if you have like mental health issues, because there's no money in it for them, so they just try and get you in and out. For example, I went to see a psychologist once, and I said, I'm feeling pretty down, and he asked me to expand, and I said, well, I'm thinking about killing myself. And he said, really? And he sounded very concerned, and I said, yeah, in fact, the only thing I can think about now is if I should jump off the Golden Gate Bridge or hang myself. And he said, well, he got very quiet, and then he thought about it, and he said, well, the Golden Gate Bridge, they're putting netting under there, so if you're going to do it, you want to do it before the end of the year, otherwise you should just hang yourself. And he said, and I said, oh, thank you. And he said, all right, just take care of the copay, and I'll see you in about 6 months. Thank you. I have a dog I went hiking with, and he went for a long hike, and he's kind of old. He's about 10 years old now, and so he was kind of limping. So I asked my girlfriend, she knows a lot about dogs, if she could recommend any home remedies, and she suggested perhaps you could use Benadryl. Benadryl you can use, and I said, well, I don't have any of that. I don't feel like going out. And I said, what about Tylenol or ibuprofen? And she says, oh, I don't know about those, maybe. And so, has anyone ever had to carry a dead dog? They're kind of like, he's got that dead weight, but he's also like a bag of water, so I couldn't pick him up, and I decided, I'm in an apartment, so I managed to tie a rope on him, and I was going to lower him down from my balcony, and he slipped out of my hands and into the patio beneath me. And so I got his leash, and I went and knocked on the neighbor's door below me. And imagine if you were just, sitting at your table, looking out the window. It's a beautiful day. You're sipping some tea, and you see out of nowhere this thing comes crashing out of the sky, smashes into your glass table, glass all over, and you have a dead dog in your backyard. So anyway, I knock on her door, and I got my leash, and I said, I'm sorry, I think my dog got into your yard. And she just stared at me, and I went over and I put his leash on him, and I said, yeah, he does this, and I just kind of pulled him. And I said, he's kind of stubborn, but it ended kind of happily. He didn't come back to life, but I dropped him in a street somewhere, and his collar had my ex-wife's number on it, so she could deal with it. But, I've tried different scams. I'm not the most honest person. Like for once, I tried to get into college. I tried claiming on the application that I'm black, so I could take advantage of affirmative action. Unfortunately, the only two colleges I applied for were Howard and Morehouse, so that didn't work out so well. Not any better than here, this moment, but, and then I tried something else. My divorce looked like it was going to be very expensive, so I faked early Alzheimer's, and that also didn't go so well. They just treated me like a child and put me in front of the TV, and all they could watch was loops of My Little Pony, and then eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. And then they had me committed, and I kept the facade going, and so I started dating an 87-year-old woman. And then after we had sex, she pretended not to remember me anymore either. What else? I have an idea I'm working on for a new app, and it's also a website. It's to help all of the people from the different countries who are, who in need, like from South America or the Latin, and of course the Ukraine, all the refugees. And we have some investors are willing to help because it's a good write-off for them, like the Koch brothers said they would come on board. That is, of course, providing we put microchips in the back of everyone's head. And then there's a group in Texas that they said they would cover food, transportation, housing, and even kids' colleges if providing for every 100 people they help, they get to shoot one of them. So, what else? I have a 10-year-old daughter. The other day she gave me jelly beans with that they're flavored like snot. And so they were pretty bad. So I decided when she had a sleepover in my place with all of her 10-year-old friends, I put out some jelly beans and I put my own flavor in. I made my own. I Googled how to do it, and then I went and bought some asparagus and drank a lot of water, and I made jelly beans out of asparagus pea. And it was pretty funny. They were pretty grossed out. And this one little girl says, she tastes a bite, and she says, "Oh my God, this is disgusting." And she says, "It tastes like cum." And my daughter, she says, "Jessica, that's so gross. The word is semen." And, I was so proud of her. She's using her big girl words. Semen is a medical term. It's not like jizz or cum like the rest of us like to use. And anyhow, I told that joke to my brother, and he didn't get it. He said, "What would a 10-year-old know about the taste of semen?" And I said, "Well, obviously she's been sucking someone's cock." But anyway. Thank you. What else? Yeah, when I was a kid, I was terrible at baseball. I enjoyed reading about it better than playing. In fact, I was so bad if I fouled the ball off, they'd take the picture out. And one time I caught a ball and I threw it to third base and I doubled the guy off who left too early, and the coach on the other team, he'd known how bad I was, and he came over and he patted me on the back. He said, "Josh, that's so good, that's amazing." And a part of me, I was so happy to get the recognition, but then I'm thinking, I don't know if you ever remember, but what would Billy Martin have done? And so I said, "Fuck you, take your hand off me or I'll call a cop." And so that's what happened there. What else? Been dating since I'm, between marriage and girlfriends and things like that, and it was a little hard at first. So I dated for a little while a chimpanzee. It was actually pretty good, to be honest, and I do miss some of it. Lying together and feeling, spooning together and feeling her fur against my skin, and God, the noises she would make, like the jungle noises when I'm going down on her, and she's going, "Woo, woo, woo, woo." But, and she would, get so wet. I mean, and the taste kind of surprised me. Does anyone, any guess what it might have tasted like? Anyone? Well, I assumed, since none of you can come up with an idea, I assumed it would be bananas, but no, it's more like just grass and termites. But, and she would get jealous, so, if you looked at any other, like an orangutan or something with a tail, she just would threaten to rip your face off, so. Finally, her mother made us break it off because she found out I'm Jewish, so. That's my time. Thank you.
Thank you, Josh.